Alright guys, so this is another Patreon request, and this one comes from Tom Hibbert, who asked me to do a interesting story. One, I was like, yeah, this is gonna make no sense, and I'm gonna have to try my damnedest here, and and that, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see from the title, The Immortal Sailor Mars. So, as Tom put it, Tom basically said it's like, think of it as like a version of the Immortal Hulk. Okay. So, anyway, so let's get started. So this story begins with the Sailor Guardians, more or less, just kind of like enjoying like a night together, and Ami showing them the wonders of the cosmos. And essentially, what's going on is that she's showing them like a major cosmic event that is occurring at the moment. That said cosmic event is actually a moment where Mars is actually going to be closest to Earth. Like this actually happens in real life, where planets will actually get closer, where you can see them. That's why sometimes when you look up at the sky, you see like there are planets that are like brighter, like they appear brighter up in the sky. So that's what's going on here, is that Mars has moved closer. The planet Mars has moved closer to the planet. And Ami even throws out this kind of hypothesis that maybe, since Mars has moved closer to the planet, maybe that'll affect Ray's powers. And Ray's just like, sure, whatever. It doesn't affect me in any way, shape, or form. Like, would it be cool if my powers got amplified in some way? Yeah, but that's not gonna happen. So, what does happen, however, is that while this is going on, something has arrived from Mars. Someone has arrived from Mars. A new alien threat who has been sent by an unknown force. And they're like, you know what to do. Go bring me the Guardian. So this alien turns out to be a monster. He's just starts wrecking shit across Tokyo. The Sailor Guardians jump in, and they get ready for a fight. And they're like, I'm here for the the monster goes, I'm here for the Guardian. And to which Usagi goes, I will never go with you. No, you stupid girl, I came for the Guardian of Mars. And they're like, Ray, you came here for Ray? And he's like, yes, you fools, I came here looking for the one you call Sailor Mars, because my master demands her presence. So Mars is like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna go with you. Fuck off. And to which the monster's like, my master said you would say something like that, and you will, and you will see that that will be the error of your ways. So what happens is the monster attack and the Sailor Scouts, the Sailor Senshi fight, and actually Mars gets killed. Mars actually gets impaled through the chest by this monster, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, Ray!" And they're all freaking out. The monster gets destroyed by Sailor Moon, but everyone's like, "Oh my God, Ray! She's dead. What do we do? We can't help her. What do we do?" And that's when suddenly, out of nowhere, Ray just suddenly jolts back awake. About a couple minutes later, and they're just like, "Oh my God, Ray, you're alive. How is this even possible? Like, how can you even be alive right now?" And Ray's like, "I don't know, but I did like." So Ray is just like kind of weirded out by this, but there was something that happened that she didn't tell the other Sailor Senshi. There was something else that occurred that made her go, yeah, I don't want to bring that up right now. And the thing that she doesn't want to bring up is actually that when she was dead, she actually encountered this thing called the Red Door. And she saw the Red Door, and she went through it. So yeah, she tells actually Artemis and Luna about it, and they're like, you went through a red door and you came back to life, and she's like, yeah. And they're like, huh, this might have something to do with the connection you're having with Mars being closer to Earth. Maybe Ami was right in her hypothesis. Maybe you are getting stronger from, Mars being closer to Earth. And they're like, so it made me immortal? And they're like, well, maybe immortal in the sense that you can't die as long as Mars is closer to the planet, which will only be for like a couple weeks. So your immortality is kind of, it's not so much immortality, it's more like you just can't die. And Ray brings up that's literally the form. That's literally the definition of immortal. And they're like, okay, so you're temporarily immortal. But remember, this power could leave, and like once Mars like leaves, goes back into another orbit. So remember that. We still don't know who attacked you. So more monsters come down, and they're all looking for Ray until and Ray and the other Sailor Guardians are like, yeah. And Ray is putting herself more and more in danger, and and she's getting killed. And every time she goes through the red door, she is seeing something just beyond the veil, and it's kind of like she's seeing the afterlife. She's seeing like something that she can't explain yet. It's just something that's beyond her. Until eventually, the monsters are like, "Hey, you're gonna come with us, and you want to know what's behind that red door? We'll show you." So they go, and Ray is taken before the ruler of Mars. And that is a being known only as Mars himself. Like, it's not the Roman god of war Mars. It's just a guy, an alien who took on the moniker of Mars. And he explains that, like, once upon a time, we were the people, we were the actual Martians, and you were our leader in a past life. But and we were bred for war, like as our namesake, we were meant for war. But you never but you joined this inner Senshi alliance, and we were no longer a war race, and therefore we lost our connection to the red door. And she's like, "What is the red?" And Ray goes, "What is the red door?" And he goes, "The red door is our tether to the afterlife and our escape from it. So we want you to come back and be the warlord that you are meant to be, and we can take over this inner galaxy and then move on to the others." And Ray's like, hard pass. So her and the alien warlord Mars do battle, and as they're doing this, the planet is shifting out of the way, and Mars eventually does defeat. Well, Ray does defeat Mars. I know, it's a little confusing, and returns back to Earth now, knowing that she's no longer immortal, but there's still that connection to the red door. Anyway, so there you go, guys. Once again, I'd like to thank Tom Hibbert for this Patreon request, and you guys tell me in the comments below what you guys think of it. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in Multiverse.